Looks like we got a few times on our hands. And apparently, honestly, I shouldn't be doing this because it might prove some irrelevance, as you already know. But just because it bears the name, it feels like Matthew and I will have to address it while he's on lunch break.
Do a better job of aiming that camera.
Yeah. Apparently,
I'm like right now in like the bottom right corner. There we go.
Yeah, apparently I would have to address it while Matthew's on his lunch break.
Hey everybody. To those few of you who've actually checked out our channel, thank you.
Sorry about that, folks. And looks like we're getting really good views.
Wait, what?
We're getting some good views.
When I think good views, I think at least in the hundreds. I don't think we've even passed 30.
But what can I say?
Man,
nobody's perfect.
Okay, seriously, dude. You really get. There you go. The original. Okay.
Yeah, apparently Matt and I are gonna make total insanity in this episode. Anyway, let's rewind back to 1993. Jurassic Park hit the screen. It pushed the boundaries and made dinosaurs awesome again. But well, that was due to special.
Okay, yeah, seriously. Okay, seriously. Let me say this for a second. I'm gonna give Julian a quick lesson on how to point the camera. When you point at something, have it so the thing is facing like directly, right?
Oh, okay.
This doesn't work, right? That was Matthew's amateur lesson in, I don't know, camera work. Here you go.
Okay. True, no one's impressed by living dinosaurs in person. Especially when it comes to a forensic crime scene involving Ian Uton, half-eaten carcass, and a hunk of broccoli. Okay, so logical explanation for theory 1. Dinosaur attacks Ian. Ian fights back with a piece of broccoli, and leaving dinosaur a vegetable.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Seriously, broccoli couldn't be...
Aren't you confused?
Yeah.
Because I am.
Apparently, broccoli cannot be used as weapons.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
The only way to fight a dinosaur...
I wouldn't have a weapon. I need the cake.
Right. Okay, so... As for the dinosaur... Theory 2. Ian was eating broccoli. Dinosaur eats Ian. Dinosaur stomped on broccoli, leaving broccoli a vegetable.
Broccoli was already a vegetable. Also, how would the dinosaur be able to step on the broccoli if it was in dead Ian's stomach? How does that work?
Like I told you, the dinosaur stepped on broccoli, leaving the broccoli.
But Ian had eaten the broccoli. There we go.
Logical explanation. Well, lucky for him, he might have given the dinosaur indigestion. Okay, that would be more twisted. It's already been twisted ever since Jurassic Park had to come up with genetified hybrids. Like Matthew mentioned, it should be the greatest thing ever.
You can take it so that like they have the structure of a dinosaur, but the size of some other pet. Like you could have a Chihuahua-sized Triceratops. Chihuahua Ceratops.
Of course, this should be logical. I don't know if it would be worth it if it were Frankenstein trying to be Godzilla, or Godzilla trying to be Frankenstein. And that's just cliche. Originally, they were gonna do Godzilla versus Frankenstein, but they replaced him with King Kong.
How exactly did he end up becoming a giant monster?
Well, simple answer. Be a guy in a rubber suit and the same size. So apparently, it would have to be an unfair fight. Well, apparently there were meant to be 2 endings for King Kong versus Godzilla. Supposedly in the Japanese version, Godzilla wins, and in the American version, Kong wins.
King Kong is just a giant ape. He doesn't really have any abnormal powers.
Well,
Godzilla has the freaking spines on his back, the powerful tail, and the atomic breath.
Well,
Just to name a few.
That's certainly not a fair fight. Well, not until Kong gets struck by lightning.
That was one thing, it was originally meant to be Frankenstein. Oh yeah, and you might want to know about the Frankenstein thing, right? You see, Willis O'Brien, the creator of the original King Kong, suggested a monster created by Dr. Frankenstein, and sewed different pieces of different animals. Then later on in the 60s, this movie just came out in that time. It was called Frankenstein Conquers the World, featuring a Godzilla-sized Frankenstein where he fights a creature named Baragon. There's also a monster from the Gamera series called Barugon that shoots rainbows out of his back. So there we have it. We have Baragon and Barugan. So get it right. They're two completely different beasts. Perhaps they have to look almost identical and basically have the same name. And they even made a sequel called War of the Gargantuas. It's just a tale between two giant Sasquatches that fight to the death. Supposedly they spawn from pieces of the Frankenstein monster. Don't forget, the Frankenstein monster came from Germany. So why would German fans see their own monster banned from their own country? In the German releases of the Godzilla series, they even include Frankenstein in the plot. So basically all these monsters that Godzilla fights are all created from Frankenstein. And that Jet Jaguar was meant to be King Kong in a robot suit. Jet Jaguar, Yatta Jaguar. Up until Godzilla vs. Megalon, we had a while before we start talking about Jet Jaguar. This is all just Godzilla. We're not going to talk about Gamera or anything. Basically, the Gamera thing will be a story for another time. Seriously, we could talk about this stuff for hours. Mostly, I just love this shit. See ya, folks. Giggity, giggity, goo.